Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 20th Anniversary Clone Scout Walker from 2019. It is set number 75261, comes with 250 pieces, including 4 figures, and was released at a retail price of $30. But if you want to get a hold of it now, you are on Bricklink, brand new, sealed in the box. You are looking at no less than $75. Oh, that is more than double the price in just over 5 years. Here's taking a look at the instruction manual. It has the basic box art showing off almost the entire set. The one thing it doesn't show off is the 20th anniversary figure. Again, and with the classic LEGO Star Wars logo in the silver look. It's the same intro as the Imperial dropship, and I'm pretty sure all the 20th anniversary sets, again with the little intro. You can go ahead and pause the video right now if you want to read that yourself. I actually read it in my review for the dropship, but you can read it here or now if you want. Going over the next page, we once again have a comparison between the original version of the Skywalker and this new one. As you see, the original one, which was number 7250, had only 108 pieces compared to this one's 250. Again, it has some information on both versions of the set. For the original one, it says the Walker's protective shield was originally designed for LEGO race cars. I'm guessing they're talking about this piece right here. It mentions that it is one of the first sets to include the Revenge of the Sith or Phase 2 Clone Trooper minifigure, and the rotating blaster was designed without a shooting function. And then for updates, it says for the minifigure include in the bottom block here, it says it includes a Dwarf Spider Droid with a stud shooter, which is actually one of the big differences with this Scout Walker. Not only is the Walker itself updated to a more modern build, the set is very much expanded. Then the new features includes a more screen-accurate design with rotating blaster and stud shooter, and it has the extra playability of a transaction from the Battle of Kashyyyk. And then, moving on to the next page, again we have the full lineup and a breakdown of the Darth Vader minifigure. A Sith Lord and right-hand man of the evil Emperor, Darth Vader was once a Jedi Knight named Anakin Skywalker before turning to the dark side. Powerful and strong with the Force, his battle with his son Luke Skywalker would test his loyalties and decide the fate of the galaxy. This classic minifigure is identical to the original release, featuring a removable helmet and scarred human face. He's again wonderfully done with these instruction manuals, putting as much detail as possible. And here's something that you don't see in the Imperial dropship. But since it doesn't actually show up in the movies, it shows a couple shots from the Battle of Kashyyyk and a little breakdown of it. Used by the 41st Elite Corps of Clone Troopers, the Clone Scout Walker features heavily in the Battle of the Wookiee home planet of Kashyyyk. Fighting on the side of the Galactic Republic, this self-propelled artillery played a crucial role in the fight against the droid army. Although taking a look at the 3 images, Yoda right before he takes out Commander Gree, the Wookiees right before the battle, and then in a large scene showing off when the clone turbo takes show up, you don't actually see the ATRT in the scene in any of these shots. I think the main one I remember the ATRT in was like 3 of the Skywalkers running around like looking for Wookiees. He's for the Empire, and they come across one of the Wookiee flyers, and one trooper says that they're all dead, and start looking somewhere else. But yeah, none of the shots actually have the Skywalker, so interesting. Then you just jump straight into the build. You have all the pieces in the back, and once again the same ad from the Imperial dropship with all the figures from other sets available, and an ad for the action battle sets. So again, once again, very packed with information. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this review, starting with that 20th anniversary Darth Vader. Alright, so first up we have our 20th anniversary Darth Vader. I actually just found out just how long they used this particular helmet for Vader. That was all the way from 1999 when the Star Wars started, all the way up to 2015 when they did the redesign for the very first Death Star Final Duel set from Return of the Jedi. So they definitely got their mileage out with this mold, and I'm very glad that they brought it back. And I can understand why they used this mold for the helmet so long. They nailed it in one take. And so yeah, they definitely got a lot of mileage out of it. Of course, taking off the helmet, you can see the battle damaged in the Anakin face. So with the good sized scar, or over there on the left side. No extra scarring on the back of the head, but they didn't really need to. The chest piece is pretty good for the 1999 era of Star Wars. Of course, it has Vader's cape. It is the rough cape. So I'm glad that they stuck with that to keep it as accurate as it is, using the hard cape instead of the soft cape. Of course, if you lift the cape up, you've got the 20 years of Lego Star Wars. There's a logo on the back. No printing on the arms and legs. But nothing too crazy. But nothing out of the ordinary for a 1999 figure. And again, they used the chrome hilt for his lightsaber instead of the regular gray. And of course, the printed 20 years of Lego Star Wars. There's a logo on the stand. Again, same simple build, just the plaque, the two legs, and the 2x4 plate to attach to all the other 20th anniversary figures. A very well done classic Lego Star Wars figure. And starting off with the rest of the figures, going from the least interesting to what I think is the most, we've got ourselves the standard B1 Battle Droid, which we've been getting since 1999-2000 with the first Phantom Menace sets. Admittedly, I can understand why Lego hasn't changed up the design. They nailed it first go, so no reason to do anything different, except for the straight arm, so that the battle droids can hold the blasters regularly instead of holding them on the side aid with this arm. Which, to be honest, I think the set with the straight arm was still relatively new, but again, it's nothing we haven't seen before. And next up, we have ourselves a standard Wook Warrior. It is using the same style of Wookiee from 2015, starting with Rebels and Force Awakens, which was definitely a big upgrade to what they had been using before. I love the detail of the lighter brown fur, both around the face and the legs. Again, the head and torso is all one piece. The main torso is just a regular brown minifigure torso, nothing too crazy. So it's not like you're missing anything if you have this on all the time. If I can get this back on, there we go. So yeah, I love the printing of the light brown, the couple of teeth sticking out of the mouth. The eyes look good, and nose. And as you see, he's packing in a Lego Pirates blunderbuss to stand in for a Wookiee blaster, which to Lego's credit, it does. The Wookiee blasters in Revengeance do kind of look like this. So props to them for reusing a piece where using it would make sense. So nothing too crazy with this Wookiee, but I'm not going to complain about him either. He looks great. And for our final figure, we have ourselves a Kashyyyk Scout Trooper. This is quite a detailed figure. Like, just taking a look at the helmet itself, there's a lot of Force style camo on the side, and the green eyepiece, the mouthpiece. It's very, very much detailed. Take a look underneath. You got yourself the standard angry clone. And the camo goes all the way down to the torso. He's got a lot of pockets for I'm guessing for ammo clips. And the printing goes all the way down to the legs. all of which looks really, really good. And of course, he's got his standard, Star Wars style, blaster, and more Force camo, and pockets on the back of the torso. Very well detailed figure, but I can understand why people are kind of disappointed that he wasn't the ATRT driver or clone trooper. Considering we do have the main build is an ATRT, and it's still a figure Lego hasn't made, and I can understand why people wanted him in this set. But for what they give us, I would definitely say he's a top of the line figure. All right, with all our Megan figures taken care of, we are moving on to the first of three builds. It's the Kashyyyk barrier wall. As you can see, it is attached to these 1x2 on the clip, on the little joint clips, so it is very much adjustable. You can have it straight on. It can be curved. Any shape you can think of with these pieces, you can basically make it into. So it's very adjustable. And the turret, it is a simple but very, very good looking build. It actually reminds me of one of the turrets from the original Battlefront 2, which I can't believe is game ready to be released on Nintendo Switch. I'm definitely going to be picking that up when it comes out. Anyway, it's a simple build, but looks good. You've got a standard Star Wars long blaster rifle in the middle, a couple of blast shields, and it isn't really adjustable left or right. It is quite a bit adjustable forward and back and up and down. As you can see, the blast shields move as well. So simple build, but nicely added. It's a great way to expand this set, make that $30 more worth it. And next up, we have the Dwarf Spider Droid. This was another nice addition to the set, much like the barricade to help justify the $30 price point, and it's a pretty decent build with some interesting piece usage. The main torso of the body is basically a ball turret like what you see on an ATTE or a public gunship. The antenna is actually a Lego minifigure fencing sword that just slides into that blue Technic pin. As you notice, the lower joint on the legs is actually a Battle Droid torso in gray. Very interesting piece usage on here. The legs themselves are very adjustable with multiple points of articulation. One right at the base of the body, then at the knee with the Battle Droid torso. And then at the foot, there is a 2x2 circular brick at the bottom to help stabilize the legs. And as you can see, there is a stud shooter at the front, into which is also very adjustable. Nice little build of this Dwarf Spider Droid, and I think this kind of became the standard for how Lego does their Dwarf Spider Droids, as a very similar version of this ended up in the Commander Cody's ATTE. So nice little addition to the set, nice little build. And finally, we have the Clone Skywalker, or ATRT itself. It is quite oversized considering what it's supposed to be. As you can see, comparing the Kashyyyk Scout Trooper to it, it's actually supposed to be not that much bigger than this guy. But Lego decided to go big with this thing to get in all the detail. The legs are much like the legs of the Spider Droid, are quite adjustable. I don't really know how well you can get this thing into something of a walking pose. I haven't really tried that myself. But again, it's quite adjustable. The middle toe is also adjustable. Nice. It's built on the sides. Actually, take a look at this thing. Actually, part of mine actually popped off. I didn't even see that. But a nice addition of all like the buildable detail on it, and like the addition of the brace to the torso and the legs. Since the turret is almost the exact opposite of the seawall turret. It can't really move forward, up and down, but it has got a huge firing arc left and right. And as you can see, it has a stud shooter on the bottom. But if you don't like that, you can just take it off, and it looks just fine either way. Playability for kids, displayability for collectors, everybody wins. But I usually have the stud shooter on for, it's to display it as Lego intended. There are a couple of stickers on the front armor panel, but they're big pieces, so it's not like it's a pain to put them on. I think the armor sections are somewhat adjustable to give an interesting look, and you can place a figure up top. He does have to be in a standing position for him to be beyond there accurate. They actually don't even really have the space to have him sit down there. And personally, I would recommend you not actually have the hands on the control stick. While it is there, I would recommend not putting him on there, as this whole section here does tend to pop loose when you try to remove the figure. Fortunately, they fixed that for the very next iteration of the ATRT, the one in the original 501st Battle Pack, and you do have some antenna on the back for communications. So a definitely fun main build. I definitely think Lego knocked it out of the park with this guy. So that's everything in this set. Let's go out to my final review, my final thoughts. So what do I think of this 30th anniversary ATRT? Well, it's definitely a updated version of the model, but like I said at the beginning, the real big thing on this one isn't that the model was of the ATRT was updated. The whole set in general was expanded with the seawall, all the spider droid, and then adding the battle droid and the Wookiee, making it a bit more of a battle. Not quite as one-sided as what you usually see with these Clone Wars sets. Like, for example, the most recent Clone Turbo Tank, where it's a turbo tank and a couple of Jedi versus 2 battle droids. This feels a bit more even. It's one figure versus one figure, and one technically droid, technically vehicle versus one vehicle. It does feel a bit more even. Plus, of course, adding that classic Darth Vader is just icing on the cake. He's probably definitely one of the classic figures people wanted to get a hold of the most. So personally, I do enjoy this set. I definitely feel like I got $30 out of this set. Definitely more so nowadays. Of course, to get trying to get this thing brand new sealed, $75. That's probably going to be a bit of a big, harder pill to swallow. If you can get a hold of it at a more reasonable price, I'd say like around $50. I'd say it's worth picking up. So that will do it for this video. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. You can check out some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody!